We believe that the Nigerian educational sector, particularly the tertiary level, needs some serious support at this point. Of course, we are also not mindful of what the basic and secondary levels are. But we know that you have made a lot of sacrifices. You put in your best with the little that is available. You deserve commendation. And for us in the legislature, the National Assembly, we are always prepared to take every necessary step to intervene to ensure that our tertiary institutions remain open and functional. That at the end of the day, we don't close our institutions, because the repercussions are always much more on the students than those who are supposed to deal with the issues. But that is not to say that we shouldn't resolve those issues. I believe that we should resolve the issues. We are part of government. My worry has always been why government should be signing agreements that they know are difficult or sometimes even impossible to operate, instead of staying to say the right things and do them immediately or as agreed. I had previous engagements when Professor Fage was chairman or president of ASUU. I was there. I've been with the ASUU since when I was chairman House Committee on Education in 2005 or so. And throughout my Senate sojourn, I've been a member of the House Senate Committee on Education. So I'm very comfortable. In fact, myself, I was from a university system. So I understand the sentiments and I share those sentiments. I feel bad when somebody will just sign because there's tension or there's pressure. And at that point of signing, that person knows that he or she will not, or government will not implement those things. It's better we stand on things that are practical and then go forward than sign things that at the end of the day everybody tries to duck and run away from. I believe that we should be looking at all the issues you raised and the suggestions you have raised. We'll go into some details. The press will excuse us at a point, and that is not to say that we are chasing anybody. We are not, but some of the issues, when you are talking on how to find a way out of a situation like this, you don't allow someone to take the initiatives away from you and start publicizing things that will make it difficult to arrive at some kind of understanding. That will be the only point, but I'm sure we need you, and at the right time you get all the information of what's happening. But at this point, the disagreement is largely about the implementation of IPPIS. The university system, like so many other systems, have peculiar environment, and maybe if you have to have IPPIS, the peculiarities must be taken into cognizance. So I'm happy that you have made your point known. I'm also happy that the Federal Ministry of Finance is thinking it will address these issues. I want to know how they will address, because we are meeting with you today. We'll call the Federal Ministry of Finance, Accountant General, and even the Minister of Finance to tell us what is it that we need to do to resolve the issue. Because we don't want any strike. And we want our universities to function and function properly. As for funding, the truth is we can do our best only at this stage. We have serious financial challenges in terms of budgetary allocations. This one should be known to everyone. It's a battle getting our revenues right, but it's our duty again as members of the National Assembly to ensure that any revenue due to the federal government of Nigeria is captured and remitted properly, so that when we have sufficient revenue, we can fund our educational sector better. So we'll work hard on this, but I want to assure you that in the legislature, you have partners. We will work with you, we'll take the work with you, and ensure that we resolve these issues without taking recourse to any strike or closure of our institutions. And at the end of the day, I always emphasize this, that people should not sign up to things they know that they cannot implement, because that's deceit, honestly. We should tell ourselves the truth. If there's some kind of challenge, we should tell everyone we have challenge, that this is the much we can do. And then we find a way. By the time everybody is on the same platform of reality, then it becomes easier, because you can plan better, you can plan well, that this is what we have. But when you give people the impression you can do something fantastically impossible, and you raise the hopes of people, at the end of the day, you try not to say the right things or do the right things. It gives really some reasons for concern. But I want to assure you, we are going to be with you on this. We are going to discuss with you today, and then we'll invite the government side, the administration. Let them tell us what they are doing, and if you are looking for exemption, you have advanced your reasons, your peculiarities have not been considered, and you can do your own IPPIS, if I understood you, and all that you require is for government to ensure that your system is checked. Of course, government will check your system, because if government will fund the universities, definitely government will be interested in how the funds are utilized. But then there has to be some understanding, mutual understanding, that when we provide funds, that the funds are properly channeled, that the universities or the tertiary institutions on their own can account for the utilization of those funds. I think this is something that neither the government nor ASUU can go it alone. None of the two sides can just walk away and say, this is the way I will do it. We have to be together to find a common ground, a solution, so that our universities remain functional, and of course, that our students are not asked to go home and be part of the problems that we already have, or people sitting all over the streets and not doing anything. Now, we have a challenge, and all of us, whether we are in the tertiary institutions as lecturers or staff or politicians or parents, the situation requires that all of us come together and form a common platform, a common ground, and deal with these challenges. So with this, I want to once again welcome you. This is a very tough session for us in the National Assembly. Today is our last day for budget defense. I don't know whether the universities have defended their budgets, but oh, they have. Okay. They have Vice Chairman Tertiary. Oh, that's great. So, but we are going to round up our budget defense by tomorrow, by the grace of God, thinking that we are able to pass the budget in good time, so that you have your monies from January going forward. But all the same, we will do justice to this particular issue that you have brought before us.